Hi, my name is Jay Balathia, and I'm the founder of Lion Financial Planning. Today I want to talk to you about my economics-based approach to financial planning. This approach relies on facts and common sense to actually solve for how much you can afford to spend now and throughout the rest of your life. This is in contrast to the so-called conventional approach to financial planning that rather than solving, actually guesses how much you plan to spend in retirement. The first fact of economics-based financial planning is what I refer to as your lifetime balance sheet. This is the very simple idea that you can't spend more over the rest of your life than you have available in financial resources. This boils down to the simple equation that your lifetime assets must equal your lifetime liabilities. The second component of economics-based financial planning is the common sense idea that people prefer to maintain a stable or smooth standard of living throughout their life. Rather than living large in retirement and living small today or vice versa, this idea is one that says people prefer to maintain a smooth standard of living. So let's take a look at your lifetime balance sheet. Your lifetime balance sheet is comprised of your lifetime assets and your lifetime liabilities. Your lifetime assets include all of the savings that you've done till today, so all of your retirement, non-retirement savings. It also includes all of the future income that you expect to come into your life over the rest of your lifetime. So that might be earnings if you're continuing to work. You might be expecting some Social Security. You might also have a pension or an annuity. Any future income that you expect to receive over the rest of your life is a major component of your lifetime assets. On the right-hand side of your lifetime balance sheet are your lifetime liabilities. I break up your lifetime liabilities into two components. The first is what I refer to as your committed future spending. These might be thought of as non-discretionary, fixed, or off-the-top expenses. Things like taxes, insurance premiums, your housing expenditures, so your rent or your mortgage and any operating expenses that you have. And lastly, your financial goals. These are things like one-time home remodels, extra travel, gifting, car replacement expenditures, child or daycare, college, a wedding, any large, atypical, or lumpy expense that is different from your day-to-day discretionary spending. This is all of your committed future spending. Now recall, the lifetime balance sheet says that we can't spend more over the rest of our life than we have available in resources. So by doing some algebra, we can subtract your committed future spending from your lifetime assets to solve for how much you have left over the rest of your life to support your living standard. That is to spend on discretionary spending. So things like food, entertainment, leisure, personal care, technology, transportation, all of those day-to-day, month-to-month expenditures that are different than the fixed off-the-top non-discretionary expenditures. So in your financial plan, we're actually solving for how much you can afford to spend to support your living standard on discretionary spending now through the rest of your life. Using the second component of economics-based financial planning, this idea that people prefer to maintain a smooth standard of living over time, allows us to actually solve for your highest affordable and sustainable living standard. So again, your lifetime balance sheet allows us to solve for how much you can afford to spend on discretionary spending over the rest of your life. And the common sense idea that you prefer to maintain a smooth standard of living allows us to solve for your highest affordable, sustainable living standard. This is a very powerful finding. In your specific financial plan, we are going to actually solve for how much you can afford to spend now and throughout retirement. And this is particularly important because it allows us to compare affordable living standards across what-if scenarios. So let's imagine that you decide, well, I'm going to purchase a larger, more expensive home, or maybe I'm going to downsize later in life. I want to change my career, either to a less remunerative career or one that earns me more money. I would like to send my kids to college. We can run different what-if scenarios and actually compare your highest affordable living standard to a different scenario. Lastly, we can use this information and answer the most important question in your financial life, and that is, can you afford to maintain your current living standard and meet all of your financial goals over the rest of your life. By comparing what you can afford to spend on your living standard to what you're currently spending on your living standard, we can answer this very question. I hope this has been helpful. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out, and have a wonderful day.